All right, now we're going to look at checking equations, and we're going to use the y equal key for this since we've been using it for functions, and also because we may have several solutions here, and it is quite easy to use. Let's turn on the calculator and then go to the y equal key and clear what's in there. And for y1, we will put the left side of the equation, and I'm going to put a parentheses around the exponent there because it's not just a single number. And so we're going to enter for the left side 5 raised to the, in parentheses, x to the third power. So we'll have x raised to the third, close parentheses. And then we'll put the right side down, and both the numerator and denominator need parentheses around them because there are operations occurring in both of them. In the denominator, we'd also like to put a parentheses around that power, which is the negative x squared. And so we're going to enter open parentheses 25 raised to the x, close parentheses, divided by, open parentheses, 5 raised to the, open parentheses, negative x squared, close parentheses. And then we're going to use the table, and we're going to have table set on auto so we can just enter the values that we know to be solutions. Not on auto, on ask I mean. And so let's go to table set, and it is already set on ask. You could use auto and just scroll down through the integers till you got to 0, -1, and 2. But I'm going to just set it for ask so I can enter just the values that I have as solutions. And then I'm going to go to table, and what I'm looking for is the left side, which is y1, being equal to the right side. And so I'm going to keep track of this, and this is my check. And so you can actually, and so I'll say I'll have the x and then the left and the right. And for the x value of 0, I'll put 0 in first. I'm just going to write it over what's in there. Let's see, here we'll, in your calculator you want to go to x, enter 0 and hit enter, and you get 1 = 1. So that is a solution, makes the left side equal to the right. And then we check the next solution, because we have 3 solutions to this problem. -1, hit enter, and we get that -1 is also a solution. It gives us 2/10 equals 2/10 left when you evaluate the left and right sides. And the final solution we got was 2. Hit 2 and enter, and we get a different kind of value, but both the left and right side are equal to 390,625, 390,625. And so that's what you want to see when you substitute the values in, that they make both sides equal. So we really do have 3 solutions to this equation, and they are 0, -1, and 2. We're going to look at 3 equations. Let's look at the second one now, and we'll follow the same procedure in all of them. Let's go to the y equal key and clear what we have in there, and then go back to y1. And before we enter anything, we'd really like to put a parentheses around the 4x + 1, otherwise the order of operations will not be followed there. Alright, so that it will just raise the e to the 4 and then multiply the result by x. So, and then add 1. Okay, so we would like to, for the y1, we want to have e, which is over the divide key, and we want to raise it and put a parentheses to the 4x plus 1 power, close parentheses. And then for y2, we want the fourth root of e. So we would do, and that is a number. That's a actual numerical value. It's not a variable expression. Okay, it doesn't have an x in it. So we're going to have to put the 4 in first to use the xth root under the math function, which is number 5. And then inside of that, we just want to put e. And that's all we need, so we probably don't need a parentheses for that. And that's the right side of the equation. And then we'll go back to table. We've already got it set for auto, so we'll go back to table and we'll delete what's in there because now it's got a different function. Hitting the delete key will get rid of everything that's in there. And then we'll just hit the single solution we came up with, which is negative 3 divided by 16. And of course you notice it'll turn it to a decimal. And it was a solution. Our check is, when we put that value in, that 1.284 equals 1.284. The left and right sides are equal, so we do know that that solution is valid. Okay, the final problem we want to look at is a more complex exponential function that uses e. And we expect that we're going to need some parentheses in this. And the first parentheses we're going to need is around, on the left side, we need one around the x cubed. And then in this e to a power here, we're going to need a parentheses around the power. The 2's okay. The 4x will need a parentheses. We need a parentheses around the entire numerator because it has an operation going on, and around the entire denominator. All right, so let's start by going to the y equal key, clear what's in there, and we'll enter the function that's on the left side of the equation, the left side of our equation, which is e raised to the open parentheses x cubed. Let's just put x, and we can take a cube right off of the math menu. It's number 3. And then put a parentheses. And then go to the right side, which is y2, and start on the top with a parentheses and go across the top, divide, and go across the bottom. All right, so we'll open parentheses, then we'll open another parentheses, and we'll put e raised to the open parentheses 2x squared, close parentheses, and then close another parentheses, and then put a square. And then times, I'll just hit times, e, second, divide, and then raised to the 4x in parentheses, close parentheses, close another parentheses, and hit divide. And now we're in the denominator, open parentheses, and then we have e raised to the 16, which is just a number again, because e is a number. All right, and so then we go straight to our table because we've already set it up. And if you want to check that out, look at table set. It's already set on ask. And then just go straight to table feature, delete what's in there, or just write over it. Enter your first solution, and I'm going to make this in kind of a chart again. The x value, the left, and the right. So when x is 2, we'll see if it makes the left and right equal. Hit enter, and it does. It gives us 2981 equals 2981. So that's a solution. All right, then we'll check the next solution, negative 2. And that also gives us a check. And if that's scientific notation, that's move the decimal 4 places to the left. We have 00034 decimal 00034, which is 3,400 thousandths equal 3,400 thousandths. Okay, and then the last number we had to check was 4, and we hit enter. And again, that's a good check too, and I'm not going to try to write that because that's 6.2. It's a big number. 6.2 times 10 to the 27th equals 6.2 times 10 to the 27th. All right, and we got checks for all of them. So that's how you go about checking equations. You can also check log or natural log equations. Just put your left side in as y1 and your right side is y2, and only use the variable x.